Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy CV with another reaction video. This one is going to be a long video, but let's go. Let's get into it. I know I'm going to talk my butt off, and I know you guys hate it, but listen, it's called reaction video, so I'm going to do it. This one is called All 50 Countries in Europe Rank Worst to Best. There's going to be some countries I've never heard of, but check it out, man. Let's get this to 100 likes we can. Appreciate you guys, man. Let's do it.
The US has 50 states, and Europe has 50 countries. So let's put them to
Bro, why you
the
yelling,
test
dude?
and rank them worst to best, based on their economy,
Worst to
safety,
best.
cost of living, freedom, and quality of life.
Okay.
Vámonos, allons-y, lass uns gehen, and let's go.
Did he just speak like 6 different languages? He said vamonos, which is like Spanish. He said vamonos.
Number
My man.
50, Vatican City. At 1/5 the size of Central Park, Vatican City is the smallest nation on Earth, with its entire area located within the city of Rome. And it's obviously last, because if you're not part of the Vatican staff, Swiss Guard, or a Catholic priest or nun, you're not even allowed to live here. But why would you? It's overcrowded, a complete monarchy, and its status as a country is mostly just an excuse to not pay taxes.
Bro, Vatican, I think would be even awesome if it was like its own island, actually. Right? But at 50, really? With everything that's in Vatican? I think there's a lot of secrets and truths in Vatican, man. There's a couple of missing pages from the Bible in Vatican, if you ask me. I'm just saying. I thought that Vatican would have been a little bit lower, but yeah, 50?
Number 49, Ukraine. Ukraine is the second largest country in Europe and also
Damn.
home to its second most corrupt government. So despite its beautiful people, landscapes, and history, it's Europe's poorest nation with a GDP per capita lower than Iraq at $5,200. The current
Damn.
conflict with Russia has also made many parts of the country not safe, with more than 10,000 Ukrainian civilians being killed in less than 2 years.
Yeah, that's
Number
sad.
48. Belarus. Don't get cocky, Belarus. The only reason you're not
I've
dead
heard of
last is because there's a
Belarus.
literal war going on between your neighbors. Considered Europe's last true dictatorship, Belarus's president has been in power for 30 years and routinely invents laws that serve him. Not only is there an extreme
Wow.
lack of human rights where you'll be arrested and perhaps tortured for peacefully protesting or criticizing his government, you can actually be arrested for speaking Belarusian. Yeah, Russian's the official language here.
I've heard of Belarus, but I don't know anything about it. Maybe we should look that up.
Number 47, Moldova. Moldova is Europe's least visited nation, and also its least developed, with the lowest life expectancy, second
Wow.
lowest GDP per capita, and hardly any infrastructure existing outside the capital, Chisinau, which is often ranked as Europe's ugliest, most boring capital.
It looks
Throw in a
nice.
corrupt government and high
Oh.
levels of organized crime, and Moldovans are the least happy people on earth. No, like literally, when pollsters ask, "Are you happy?" more than half of Moldovans say no.
What is
Number
it to be happy
46,
about, though?
Bosnia and Herzegovina. Bosnia and Herzegovina has been through a lot. After the breakup of Yugoslavia in 1991, over 100,000 Bosnians were murdered and 2 million displaced during the ensuing Yugoslav and Bosnian wars. And many ripples are still felt today, with the worst pollution in Europe, hundreds of completely destroyed buildings, and
Wow.
extreme poverty and PTSD among its residents. Now, those were the 5 worst countries in Europe, and before we get to the other 45, leave a like and subscribe. If we hit 10,000 likes, I'll rank every country in Asia too. And I also wanted to give an honorable mention to Kosovo, which Serbia claims. Its sovereignty is
Hey, that was a roundabout. See, I'm learning.
recognized by over half of all UN nations, however, so if you consider it a country, it'd be right here on the list. Kosovo would be Europe's second poorest nation, with a terrible economy and the highest unemployment rate at 20.6%. But since Kosovars receive a lot of money from displaced family members living in wealthier nations, the quality of life isn't terrible, and average life expectancy is nearly 80. Number
That's not
45,
bad.
Azerbaijan. Wait a second, isn't
Never heard of
Azerbaijan
it.
in Asia? Well, most of it is, but 7,000 square kilometers of it is technically in Europe. In fact, only 43 nations lie entirely within Europe's borders. But most organizations count 50 European nations, and scientifically speaking, Europe isn't even a real continent, but rather a part of Eurasia, so its boundaries are mostly just political. And speaking of political, although Azerbaijan has the most secular government amongst majority Muslim nations, it's still egregiously authoritarian. Elections are not free or fair. Political opponents are often imprisoned, and the president and his father have had complete control of the country for 30 years. But due to its vast oil reserves, the economy is decent. Number 44. Armenia. Geographically speaking, all of Armenia lies in Asia. Geopolitically and culturally,
can I be honest with you guys? A lot of these places, I've only heard of them because of football. Like when I watch teams play World Cup, you know, I watch like the Serie A, which is Italy. So I know a lot of the name of the places in Italy because of the teams. Germany, same thing. I watch the Bundesliga, so I know the names of the team goes with the town. Same thing with in the UK. You know, I know all the names of the cities and towns because of the, you know, EPL. You know, it's all because of football.
Culturally, however, it's very European and part of most European groups, such as the Council of Europe. But Europe or not, 26.5% of Armenians live in poverty. Looks like a singer. Because despite the political system being more democratic than Azerbaijan's, it's still incredibly corrupt, leading to little economic opportunity. This, combined with the nation's near constant conflict with Azerbaijan over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh territory, has resulted in the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Armenians. Number 43, man. North Macedonia. After countless controversies with Greece regarding the name Macedonia and its former excessively long name, former Yugoslavic Republic of Macedonia, the nation was officially renamed North Macedonia in 2019. But unlike the vast Macedonian empire Alexander the Great once led, the only thing North Macedonia is leading the continent in is unemployment.
Yo, when you think about like those countries in Europe, man, and like if you go back and learn about like the wars that took place on those grounds, I'm talking about like 1600s. Can you imagine how it was, man? Especially Europe. Like, you know, you got people just fighting all over the place, man. And we're talking about kings too. We're talking about the time when it was kings, not presidents and prime ministers. I'm talking about kings.
Number 42. Albania. While it's likely the most beautiful European nation that you know nothing about, Albania is not a great place to live. But considering their tragic history, it's a miracle Albania's recovered at all. After being under one of the most impoverishing communist regimes for half a century, with the former lunatic dictator using the nation's money to build nearly 200,000 bunkers for an invasion that never came, the new democratically elected government in 1992 proceeded to lure 2/3 of the population into a government-backed pyramid scheme, which obviously failed, bankrupting the majority of Albanians and resulting in the 1997 Civil War. Number 41. Georgia. Georgia is Europe's most homophobic nation, with 84% of residents saying same-sex relations between adults is always wrong. And this stubborn mentality opposing progress translates to all aspects of life. Average wages have remained low, healthcare and education remains poor, and its cities are among the most polluted on Earth, resulting in a life expectancy that's lower than Syria. Number 40. Russia. Let's just get this out of the way. Russia has extremely limited personal freedoms. There's no right to peaceful assembly, and public opposition to the war with Ukraine, or even calling it a war, is considered a crime. But for all its issues, including being Europe's most corrupt and dangerous nation, it's cheap, and the economy and infrastructure, especially corrupt and dangerous nation, it's cheap, and the economy and infrastructure, especially in Moscow and St. Petersburg, is very advanced with the world's 6th highest GDP at purchasing power parity.
You know what I've noticed so far? All of these places look so beautiful, but there's only one thing holding it back. It's just the corruption. Like, even if the country, like, you know, there was a couple of countries he said that the pollution is terrible, but when you really look at it, they all look beautiful though, man. The landscape, the buildings, you know?
Number 39. Serbia. Belgrade, the former capital of communist Yugoslavia, is now Serbia's capital and a party capital, with the Lonely Planet ranking it the #1 party city in 2023. And this city of
Really?
extremes, with its beautiful historic center and flashy business-oriented New Belgrade, sitting next to destitute districts without proper sewage,
Okay.
represents the nation at large. If you have money, it's great. If you don't, it's not.
But that's
Most
anywhere.
people don't. Number 38,
That's
Bulgaria. Bulgaria is one of the most fascinating countries. It's the only Slavic state to never join Yugoslavia. The Cyrillic alphabet was invented here, and it's home to the most archaeological sites in Europe other than Greece
Wow.
and Italy. But it's also full of contradiction. While its merit-based schools are remarkable, the majority of schools suck. While its 59-week paid maternity leave is the highest in Europe, so is the
Damn.
mortality rate. And while the GDP per capita isn't terrible, 23% of the nation still lives in poverty. Number 37. Montenegro. Before 5 seconds ago, most of you had never heard of Montenegro. And
I
even
heard of it.
now, some of you are probably questioning, wait, does Montenegro exist? But although this unknown nation of 600,000 really tall people is the least corrupt in the Balkans,
Tall
which is a big
people?
reason why it's
How
the
tall
non-EU
is the
member
average person
closest to
there?
joining, it's also tiny with low wages and taxes, resulting in severely underfunded social programs. But hey, at least Montenegro owns the domain .me, which actually pays the nation $350 million a year.
Huh?
Number 36, Kazakhstan. Apart from being very nice, almost nothing in Borat about glorious nation of Kazakhstan was true. But despite hardly exporting any potassium, Kazakhstan is the greatest exporter of uranium, which, combined with the planet's 12th largest oil and gas reserves, have led to a stable, growing economy and highly developed cities and transportation.
I thought Kazakhstan was worse than this. This looks beautiful.
Number 35.
What?
Turkey. Turkey's most populous city, Istanbul, straddles the border between Europe and Asia and has been one of the most important cultural centers for nearly 2 millennia. But while it and the European portion of Turkey is wealthy, accounting for 30% of the nation's GDP despite covering just 3% of its landmass, most of Asian Turkey is extremely impoverished.
Yo, see, this is what I was talking about. Like, the more I watch this, the more things I think about when I said, if you go back and see how they were when there was just kings, right? But even today, you want your country and your culture, right? And that's why this wars. It's like, no, this is ours. We believe in this. You guys believe in that. And you know what's funny? They're right next door to each other. So they're right next door to each other, looking each other straight in the eye and go, no, this is my country. We believe in this. You guys believe in that. So we don't like you. The war can go on any moment with European countries. It's not like I'm in the USA, right? And, you know, we're talking trash about the countries, but, you know, we're far away. Like the Europe, they're all next to each other and they all, not all, but majority of them are corrupt and they all have their own beliefs, even though some may speak the same language and some are just like literally neighbors. It can start a fight any second, man. That right there is paranoia to me. I don't know, man. I can't do
Number
it.
34.
I can't do it.
Hungary receives one of the largest amounts of EU development funds. But since its government is
Why?
by far the most corrupt in the EU, most of it is funneled to the prime minister's family and friends rather than used to improve the
Jesus
nation's
Christ.
infrastructure or economy. Add on the world's highest value-added tax at 27%, and the result is the worst inflation in Europe, with the nation's currency being devalued by 20% each year. No wonder
Jeez.
Hungary has the most porn stars per capita. OnlyFans really do be saving lives.
Gonna write that down. Hungary. Let me see if that's a category. Don't mind me.
Number 33, Romania. While Hungary is the prime example of a nation's quality of life suffering due to corrupt governance,
Roundabout.
Romania is the opposite, being the poster child for how quickly a nation can turn things around. One of the poorest countries with a poverty rate of
That's
42%
nice.
when admitted into the EU in 2006. Romania has had Europe's fastest growing economy ever since, with its GDP growing by 650% over the past 20 years, cutting the poverty rate to just 10% today. Oh,
Wow.
and Dracula lived here.
Yeah.
Number 32.
Romania
Latvia.
looks nice,
Latvia
man.
houses more women than any other
Ooh.
nation, and
Excuse me?
has prospered greatly since the breakup of the USSR. But it's still the poorest and most corrupt of the three Baltic nations, with the
So?
second worst inflation and roads in Europe.
I wouldn't
Number
mind that.
31,
Roads, I'll walk.
Slovakia. No, not Slovenia. That's in the Balkans. And not Souvlaki. That's Greek. And
geez.
delicious. But while few of you can pronounce the former half of Czechoslovakia properly, and even fewer of you can locate
I love the structure of Europe, man. It's all like, it looked like castles, man. You see these, what do you call it? These cement, buildings. Like my apartment, basically, like you could just order this online and they just drop it on the land and there's your house. So I think if there's any type of, what do you call it? Any type of wind, your house just starts to dance. You know what I mean? In my country, in the west coast of Africa, it's all cement. So
it on a map.
I love the
Slovakia
look.
has quietly been improving
And all the roof is orange. We call it Teja.
its quality of life, in large part due to producing the most cars per capita. It's also incredibly safe. Education and healthcare is reliable and free, and its capital, Bratislava, even has a UFO. Number 30, Croatia. Ever since joining the EU in 2013, and
Love the
people learning
Croatia
that
soccer
much
team.
of Game of Thrones was filmed in Croatia, tourism numbers have skyrocketed, doubling from 2014 to 19. But this, in addition to the recent adoption of the euro, has also led to prices rising, with the average cost of goods now being more expensive than Western Europe, despite salaries being much lower. Number
Look at those
29,
buildings.
Lithuania. If I lived in Lithuania, this video would have been uploaded at least 8 minutes sooner, because it has the fastest internet on Earth.
How and why? And I thought US invented the internet. Bro, that's what you're getting on your phone? What the fudge? I'm paying, what, $99 for the business one, and I'm only getting $500.
Which is a testament to how far this small Baltic nation has come since they facilitated the breakup of the Soviet
I'll
Union.
drink to that.
But although the economy has evolved greatly, many Lithuanians' worldviews have not, with most of the older generation being judgmental about anyone who expresses themselves. Number 28, Greece. Compared to the Balkans, Greece is wealthy.
I love the colors too. Look at them. Oh, jeez. Looks so beautiful at night, and then that splash of blue. Ooh.
Compared to the EU, Greece
Ooh.
is poor. And compared to musicals, Greece is the word. Its history, language, and scenery are beautiful. The
It
food
is.
is mouth-watering and healthy. And its people are wonderfully warm and welcoming despite their corrupt government and struggling economy. Number 27, Andorra. Skiing and duty-free shopping are the only reasons anyone ever thinks of this cheap 468 square kilometer nation. But you could also just go to Oregon for that, where there's
What the
better
hell?
beer and legal weed. Number 26.
Sounds
San
good time,
Marino.
man.
Andorra seems massive compared to this tiny 61 square kilometer microstate.
That's
Which is
tiny.
located entirely within Italy and relies on it for 80% of its economy. But San Marino is also the oldest continuous country and exceptionally wealthy, with no national
Wow.
debt and the 7th highest GDP per capita. Number
Hey, the small countries are just chilling, man.
25. Poland. Poland is the geographic center of Europe.
Poland, Podolski. See? All about football. I know about Poland because of that one player.
And also the center of this list, because overall,
No, wait. No, I said the wrong. Podolski's Germany. Oh my God, I forgot his name. Podolski's Germany. Oh my God. Podolski, the left foot. Left foot for Podolski's Germany. Oh my God, I forgot his name who plays for this country. Anyways, whatever.
well, it's pretty much the most average European nation. Well, aside from the fact that the godly delicatessen known as the bagel was invented here.
Nice.
Number 24. Italy.
Nice.
Italy is a tale of two nations. While the northern
24?
part is very rich and developed with a quality of life similar to top 10 countries, the south is really struggling, with less than half the north's GDP per capita and more than triple its
That
poverty.
is nice, though. Look
Not
at
to
those
mention,
buildings.
It's got a real trash problem, with Rome being named Europe's filthiest city.
Okay,
Number
that's not a good
23,
thing.
Malta. After having been colonized by 10 different empires over the last 2,700 years, Malta finally gained independence in 1964. And ever since, it cemented itself as a tourist haven due to its year-round warm climate, awe-inspiring historic sites, and world-class beaches. Not to mention, it's also become the iGaming capital of the world, which has resulted in high wages and Europe's third lowest unemployment rate. Oh, and despite being Europe's most Catholic nation, Malta is also the most LGBTQ-friendly nation. Number 22. Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is so small and irrelevant that even its neighbor, Switzerland, often forgets it exists, having accidentally invaded the nation 5 times. And up until a decade ago, you could actually rent the entire country for just 70 grand a night. But despite nothing noteworthy ever having happened here, Liechtenstein enjoys.
Bro, you said you could rent the country for $70 a night. Like, what? How does your neighbor mistakenly just invade you? They literally one bridge across each other, man.
Enjoys the world's second highest GDP per capita and third highest life expectancy. Number 21. Monaco. Monaco's population is similar to Liechtenstein's, yet it's 80 times smaller at a mere 2 square kilometers.
Look at that, man. On the cliff of a mountain. It's just so beautiful, man.
Making it the most densely populated nation. But while even Liechtenstein doesn't take itself seriously, Monaco is the most try-hard country. It houses the most millionaires and billionaires per capita, the highest GDP per capita, and a human development index over 1, which shouldn't be possible. Why? Because there's no income tax. So wealthy people from all over the world move here to flaunt their yachts and supercars.
No tax.
Number 20. Estonia. Estonia's capital, Tallinn, is less than a 3-hour ferry ride from Finland's capital, Helsinki.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
And while it may seem amusing that countless Finnish tourists ride this ferry simply to buy cheap booze, it underscores why Estonia is the most affluent Baltic nation. Trade and investment from Finland and Sweden. Estonia has also mimicked many of the Nordic nations' best traits, prioritizing education, safety, and innovation, with it now being the most digitally advanced nation in the world.
Really? Estonia? 19, okay.
Portugal. You may have heard of Portugal being a top expat destination due to it offering all the food, beaches, history, and culture of most Western European destinations, while being a fraction of the cost. But since local wages aren't great, this has also created Europe's worst housing crisis, with home prices rising 157% from 2020 to 21.
Eu falar português também.
Number 18. Cyprus. Cyprus has more billionaires per capita than any non-microstate nation, mainly due to its great weather and friendly tax structure, incentivizing foreign tech companies to set up shop. The island is a hub for Forex.
That is so beautiful, man. Don't tell me it's corrupted and air pollution. Don't, please. That looks beautiful. My God. That's a postcard, man.
Gaming tech companies to set up shop here. The island is a hub for Forex, fintech, iGaming, and crypto. Not to mention the center of the online porn industry. But it's not just the wealthy who prosper. Average wages are similar to Western Europe, and the healthcare is among the best in the world.
Wow.
Number 17. Spain. Spain might have the best work-life balance of any nation. Not only are 30 paid vacation days and 14
Excuse me? 30?
Best work-life balance of any nation. Not only are 30 paid vacation days and 14 paid public holidays required by law, many companies even close for 2 to 3 hours during the day for siesta. But while there's
sounds pretty good to me.
Many companies even close for 2 to 3 hours during the day for siesta. But while there's splendid weather, scenery, history, and culture, in addition to some of the best food and drink on Earth, it's not all sunshine and wine. The 12.7 unemployment rate is the highest in the EU, and the cities have Western European prices with Central European salaries. Number 16. France. When polled on who the most arrogant Europeans are, the French chose themselves because
that is hilarious. Say they chose themselves. They know they're arrogant, but guess what? They don't care. They wear that on their sleeve. You know what I mean? They're proud of it.
Because they have everything most people could ever dream of, and they know it. The cuisine is out of this world. The arts and culture are unmatched. And the laid-back lifestyle emphasizes life over work. But But that doesn't mean the French are lazy. They produce the world's 7th largest economy, and their healthcare, education, and public transit are all outstanding.
And they got Thierry Henry, one of my favorite players of all time. So, I mean, France is looking nice, but they were 16. Okay.
Number 15, Czech Republic. Czechs are the best at drinking beer. Literally, the average Czech drinks 520 beers a year, which is nearly double the next country.
My kind of people right there.
That's not the only thing Czechs excel at. The Czech Republic is home to the lowest unemployment, poverty, and homicide rates in Europe, as well as one of the fastest growing economies. Number 14,
wow.
Slovenia. If it weren't for Luka Doncic, most people would have no idea where or what Slovenia is. And that's a shame because in contrast to most former Yugoslavic republics, Slovenia has had some of the best economic developments on the continent, with the GDP per capita tripling in the last 20 years. Plus, 1 in every 20 Slovenians is a beekeeper because 1, Slovenians love honey, and 2, they prefer to shop local, which is a huge reason why Slovenia has the world's lowest income inequality.
Keep that money circulating, right? Shop locally. That, man, Slovenia, huh? That looks like a nice place to vacation. Most people don't talk about it. And like he said, I know about it because of the basketball player.
Number 13, United Kingdom. The UK's damp, cold, gloomy weather is a metaphor for the nation's current sentiment. Depressing. The average quality of life has steadily decreased since Brexit, and the economy has been in stagnation for far longer. But the UK is still the world's 6th largest economy, and the free public healthcare and education is excellent.
Okay, I didn't know they had free healthcare, and those buildings are amazing. To me, they're all castles. They look like big church. I love it, man.
Number 12, Luxembourg. Sure, it's boring, but stats don't lie, and neither does the highest GDP per capita on Earth. But Luxembourg is also outrageously expensive. Number 11, Belgium. Home to the EU's capital and bordered by the Netherlands.
Belgium, one of my favorite soccer team right now, you know. Lukaku.
Luxembourg, Germany, and France. Belgium is a mix of the best parts of those nations, crunched into a smaller, more urbanized version. Well, maybe not exactly smaller, because Belgium has a province called Luxembourg, and that alone is 71% larger than Luxembourg. But similar to Luxembourg, Belgians are incredibly wealthy. Nearly 3/4 of the population owns their own home, and the median wealth per adult is the 3rd highest in.
Quick question. Why are the roofs all orange in Europe? Even in my country, it's the same color, but not in America. What's the reason for that color? Is it for airplanes? Why is it orange? Can anybody tell me? Because I know in my country, I think it's made out of clay. And clay is that color? Is that it? I think I just answered my question, didn't I?
The world. Number 10, Austria. From schools to healthcare, the economy to safety, and everything in between, Austria is among the top 15 nations in literally every category, including the most paid time off. Plus, it's jaw-droppingly beautiful, and Vienna is often ranked as the best city on Earth. Number 9. The Netherlands. While many argue that Monaco, the Vatican, and other microstates shouldn't exist, the Netherlands literally shouldn't exist. 26% of its area is located below sea level. But the Dutch's ingenuity and resourcefulness of building dikes, pumps, and canals which allow 50% of its population.
Wait, the Dutch built dikes? What? I mean, what does a dike mean in terms of there? Because I know what it means here. Like, what?
To live below sea level has also translated to its economy, with the Netherlands having the 3rd highest after-tax net income of any nation. Number 8.
I got family in Holland, so...
Germany. Germany is the economic powerhouse of Europe, having just surpassed Japan to become the 3rd largest economy, all while Germans work less hours than any other nation. How?
Really?
Well, they're highly educated, and because they don't work as much, Germans are much more productive in the time they do work, since they know they'll have plenty of time to socialize and enjoy life after.
Hey, we got to look up more stuff on Germany. I want videos on Germany. Put in the comment section below, man. Germany, France, what's the other one? Spain.
Number 7, Sweden. Sweden is perhaps the...
In Sweden, I think the next top 5, the top 10 maybe, I need to do more videos on that country and see the, you know, the food, the people, the culture, the nightlife. Yeah.
perfect balance between capitalism and socialism, with the Scandinavian nation being home to one of the best economies due to low corporate taxes.
Henrik
and plenty of innovative
Larsson,
companies,
Sweden.
while also having an incredibly strong social safety net. Heck, the government even allows Swedes to take 6 months off in order to start their own business, with a guarantee they can return to their job if their idea flops.
By the way, Sweden, I love the Sweden football team, right? Ebro, but Henrik Larsson played for you guys. Henrik Larsson could have played for my country, Cape Verde, because his parent, I think, great grandmother is from my country. I'm just telling you, Henrik Larsson could have played for my country, but decided to play for Sweden. I'm just saying. I'm speaking facts.
Number 6. Finland.
Google it.
Less than 6 hours of daylight and brutally cold winters might seem depressing, but Finland has actually been the happiest nation for 8 years running.
They look
which goes
happy
to show
right
how much
there.
a non-corrupt government that cares about its residents can increase a nation's quality of life. Because with
That's
the world's
nice.
best schooling system and parental leave policy, the cleanest air and water quality, and highest
What?
level of food security, Finns have little to stress about.
Finns,
Number
huh?
5. Switzerland. Nothing in life is free. And there's a reason Switzerland is ridiculously safe with the world's best public transportation, healthcare, and after-tax net income. Because it's also the most expensive nation. But boy, is it beautiful.
It is.
Number 4. Denmark. Denmark may not have the best museums,
Denmark.
food, or natural scenery. But when it comes to the essentials, such as good paying jobs, cleanliness, safety, and great quality affordable healthcare, education, and housing, few nations do it better than the Danes. Number 3. Ireland. Ireland has the highest PPP GDP per
Wow.
capita at $145,000.
I forgot about Ireland.
65% higher than Switzerland, the second wealthiest non-microstate. But despite its already exceptional economy, it's also the fastest growing, with a 9.4% annual GDP growth rate. How do the Irish keep finding massive pots of gold? Well, it's home to Europe's most educated working class and corporate-friendly tax laws, resulting in
Wow.
nearly every large U.S. company placing their EU headquarters here. Number 2. Norway. Norway
No
is a
way.
hypocrite. It's one of the cleanest, greenest nations, with 97% of its trash being
Damn.
recycled, 99% of its energy coming from renewable sources.
Bro, look at this. That is crazy. There's like only a few houses right there. Then you have this bridge. You get on the road. My God, you drive on the side of the mountain. What? This is like a dream. That doesn't even look real.
And more electric cars per capita than any other nation. Yet, a big reason why it has the world's third highest nominal GDP per capita is due to it being one of the biggest exporters of oil. This also pays for Norway's superb social programs, however, with 59 weeks paid family leave, a top 5 healthcare and education system, and a highly successful qualification program which pays unemployed people to learn new skills.
Oh my God. You're unemployed? All right, well, there's no excuses. We can teach you a new skill. What do you want to do? What? All right, number 1. Who could number 1 be? I don't know.
Number 1, Iceland.
I thought nobody lived on Iceland. I'm not even joking. I thought that place nobody lives there. Like, I don't know. Call me stupid, man.
Iceland is the epitome of how incredible a non-corrupt nation can function.
That looks like a Minecraft church. I did that in Minecraft. Look at that.
Having been democratically run for over 1,000 years, every penny the government takes goes back to helping its residents, which is why the island leads the world in literally every statistic. From being the safest nation with the safest city, to having the best gender equality and retirement pension plan, to the lowest poverty rate and highest median wealth, with the average adult owning 413 grand in assets. And on top of that, it might be the most beautiful country. But while these were Europe's 50 nations, the US also has 50 states. If you want to see how they rank up against one another, there's a video on screen now. Go check.
Iceland. How come I don't hear people talking about, oh, I went on vacation to Iceland. Oh, Iceland. Like, I don't hear people saying anything about Iceland. You know what? They probably like it that way. Yeah. Stay over there. Keep your trash over there. You don't need to visit us. We're good. Everything here is functioning beautifully. We don't need you to come over here and vacation. We don't need that vacation money in that exports. No. We're good. We're Gucci. But anyways, man, cool video. This guy was very excited in the beginning. I don't know what language he was speaking, but But I definitely want to take a look at a video on Ireland, Germany, at least the top 10. I want to see more videos on the nightlife, the people, the culture, and the food, man, and the music. Yeah. So we'll definitely do that, man. Let me know what you guys thought about this list. Is there some stuff that you disagree with? What do you think about the place you live in? And do you agree with with his top 50? What do you think? But anyways, love you guys. Keep your head up as always. Till next time. Peace. I'm going to Iceland, brother.